this game. But it sounds like there's an echo here. Apparently it's not. Okay, let's go on to build a city. Let's check the traffic first. Is there any problems? Yeah, here, but this one is out of bounds yet, and I don't want to buy another tile before this one's built out properly. So that's what we are going to do now. As you see, there's quite some demand for residential zoning, so I think we're going to concentrate on residential zoning in this area first. Also, if you're on Twitch, YouTube or DLive, you can write chat everywhere. I'll do it right now. First on Twitch. And you should be able to see it coming down there with the logo of the Twitch service. So yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Also, I'm streaming to YouTube, DLive and Twitch at the same time, so you can use your preferred service. Okay, residential zoning. Sorry, it's a message from Twitch. This is practical for when I don't have the extra screen. Yeah, okay. As you can see, I play with a lot of mods. The Rico mod, of course. It's a very good mod to have when you... I mean, City Skylines is a good game, base game, when you have certain expansion packs, but then you kind of just want more and more because it's kind of addictive. It's a kind of addictive game, and also it adds more gameplay time to the game, so it's well worth the money you are going to invest in it. I'm just checking around now to see where I want to build, and also how to lay out the roads. Because I think I'm going to have some mid-rise houses over here. Also here, because we need that density to make it look realistic when there's this subway path going on here. So we are going to roll put here, and as you see, this isn't a grid, so how do you think we should lay out the roads here? Let's try out the Japanese road with no lines. With the cracks and everything. I mean, it works. Definitely works. I want to have like a small street vibe to it. Like this, but this is kind of too rural. So maybe these ones, these are kind of, yes, these are what we're after. Since this is a pretty dense area, we're going to lose the grass. Maybe like this as well. It will be these. And then we're going to have this road come in parallel to this. Yeah, looks like a good start. And then these are going to meet about here, I think. Like that. So then we get that slight variation in what do you call it? Not length, but width. Wow, there's 2 viewers in Twitch. Cool. How's your day, viewers? Also, sorry if I don't see your chat messages at once, because I'm using one screen. So I'm probably not going to see your chat at once, unfortunately, but I am alt-tabbing between several windows, such as Streamlabs. Sorry. Also having the hiccups, so there's a lot going on at the same time. I was trying to find the Restream chat window, because I think that's where I can see all the chat messages at once. Okay, let's go on. Playing. So what I'm going to do here is make like a medium high rise, not any higher than the metro track. So I'm going to use buildings like these, even though this is actually just too high. These are better fit. think maybe we will have to kind of build around the metro track. Because I don't have too many of the low-rise houses. Okay. I think maybe we can place a parking lot here because it's going to be a reasonable place to have a parking lot. Like just in the intersection, because there's going to be a lot of traffic in this road. Because this road is leading to the utility area, and also there's this business commercial area over here. I hope, yeah, you know what, we will just build this pedestrian path at once, going from the metro station and to the other side of the road, like this. I like to kind of divert from the grid philosophy, because there's a lot of grid cities and cities don't look like grids. Also, this way there will be more places to naturally use green spaces to fill with bushes and stuff like this, which is going to make your city look way more realistic. About that, I should probably download some more props, but more beautification mod is kind of little unstable at the moment, I think, according to the comments. So I'm not taking the chance on getting a corrupt save again. The sound you heard, the notification sound, was a snapshot. Sorry about that. Let's see, do I have any parking spaces we can... I mean, it has to be this one. And so on. There's like a little park here, I think. This would be a nice place to put out some tiles and make a kind of makeshift restaurant, like the Corrales kitchen over here. We'll place it there, turn it around, and place it here, and then we will look at it later. Actually, I think we should delete this because it's making a lot of noise, and this is a residential area, so we're going to wait until we see how the residential area is made out. Sorry. I think we're going to do the same as here. Make a little area where the buildings are copies of each other, because that's how it is nowadays, isn't it? these are way too large to have over here. I think these are better and more in the scale I was thinking of. This big F here is good. Like that. It's too big, too small, like here. We're going to place it over there later. It's too big, too the same, too tall, too broad. We can make this fit here somehow, but I think I'm going to have to make a road here. Preferably one of the small alleys. 2-lane plain street or plain street with parking. Let's use this one. And between the grid like this. Then we get that nice transition. Oh wait, what's that? It's one of the... Is that a racer wheelchair? Personal electric transport ride. That's what it is. And it belongs to Kathleen Ward. She's a highly educated adult. It's like that guy. What's the name? The very smart guy in the wheelchair. And she's driving to parking lot 10 times 2. This. Is she going to park her personal electric transport ride there? Yeah. Is that her? No. Where did she go? That's her. Is this talking? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on building. Like this, and not connect it there to save the traffic, because we're following the traffic hierarchy system. So the bigger roads are more traffic than the smaller roads. So to ease potential congestion. Is this... This might actually work if you place it there. And a little bit to the right so we don't get the blob, the concrete blob like this. But now there should be like something here to kind of bind it all together. I'm probably going to use like a lot of clusters of bushes, but that's because they are really nice to use as a kind of binding agent. I'm going to show this place over here. This patient building and Thai community hospital is in the start just 2 buildings. This one, like just a building and no plant or so whatever around it. And if we're adding this fence and plants, it just binds the whole lot together. Very good. So that's why I used to use. That's why I like to use a lot of plants and bushes. I'm having plans for doing the same to this. I think it's a high school, Japanese high school, and also the elementary school over here. Again, if there's anyone wanting to write anything, you're free to do so in YouTube, Twitch and DLive. I'm streaming at all those 3 services at the same time, and you can use the chat at the YouTube, Twitch and DLive, and it will appear on the stream. And it will appear on the stream on all of those 3 platforms at the same time. Or there might be some slight delay, but you will be able to see them, to see the chat messages on all the platforms. Okay, so let's add some new buildings. This one, Tokyo Towers. How's this? I mean, it's way too big to be here. I just want to look at the textures and stuff. Yeah, it works, but I mean, not here, but the model itself. It's just that it's not meant for flat ground, I think, and it's definitely meant to have some sort of tiles underneath it. So we are going to use some other buildings like these ones, Scandinavian Residence 1 and Scandinavia Residence 3. I don't know where Scandinavia Residence 2 is, but I'm probably going to find an answer if I check on the Steam Workshop. I hope the ones who's living here got their rent for cheap, like 10 meters away from the subway station, or it's not sub right now, it's super, but who cares? Etymology, who cares? Okay. More buildings. You see, we still have a lot of demand for residential zone, so that's why I'm so focused on getting that now. Because we have plenty of electricity, plenty of water and sewage treatment, water availability and sewage treatment, landfill usage is full, and garbage processing status is full. Education. Sorry, I have a rhinitis allergy to grouse, so I'm going to cough quite a lot because I'm living in the farmlands. Yeah, so as I was saying, we have a good school availability overall, even though more people could use the library. but I guess that's going to be better when we have more than 7,000 inhabitants. Also, there's mostly a lot of happiness. I don't know why the commercial happiness is a bit lower than office and industrial. Also, the healthcare availability and death care availability is good. Offices, what does that mean? Do I have any offices? I don't think I do. We could build those afterwards. Traffic, we saw it some while ago. Ground pollution, not much. Noise pollution, that's a hard one. There's a lot of noise here. And most likely there's going to be a lot of noise. Fire safety, basically non-existent, or that was a Freudian slip. I mean, the fire safety is very good. The hazard is low. Also, there's low crime. Most people are taking the bus still, which is weird. I guess there should be like a subway station or elevated metro to the industrial area, because now there's not. Also, most I was going to say fabrics, but most what do you call it? English. There's not fabrics. Fabrik. What do you call it? The industrial buildings that produce things. Not warehouse, not industrial, eco-friendly company, warehouse, factory. Yeah, there's a lot of abandoned factories over here, and I wonder if that has something to do with the metro availability over there. Anyways, I was going to build residential. Let's change. scene like this. If you are feeling free with your money, then please donate. You can find a link on YouTube, Twitch, and DLive under the video in the description field. I would, yeah. It's a PayPal. I haven't been streaming enough for you to be able to directly use the credit card, so you will have to go through PayPal for now. Hopefully in the future you can use credit card if you prefer. I do not have a PO box because I don't feel like that was needed for when you have, I think it's 1 follower on Twitch, and that 1 follower is not a real person, unfortunately. Okay, there's still a medium demand for residential zoning, so we're going to concentrate on I think this area. I think maybe we could make this cliffs look more natural with some stones. These are too big, yeah, way too big stones. Let's use some more of these bushes. These bushes here, they are really handy because they look pretty natural as opposed to a lot of other bushes. It just depends on how and where you place them. But placing them in, I was going to say indecent clusters, make them look the most natural. I mean in clusters with different shapes. Preferably long shapes like this. And it's going to look like pretty good, pretty good. Also make sure to use different kind of flora. And don't put it like here, because you see the cliff and it's just not natural. There's like a maximum slope these flowers can grow at, right? Also, you're going to use want to use stones to kind of bind it all together. Yeah. Also, stones might make good fences in some situations. Just small, non-functional, other than aesthetic, like this. Just to vary it so it doesn't look as barren as this. You can see the textures kind of have been copied and pasted, and then there's some slight variations just to not make it that obvious. And consider putting small trees in the stones like this, just so it looks nice and pretty. And not copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, like all the time. I'm just going to check the Twitch tab respectively to see if there's anyone watching. It says that there is one viewer, so that's cool that you're still with us, so to speak. I didn't expect that. Please feel free to write in the chat window if you have questions about anything. Don't be shy, I'm not going to be offended by anything actually. So if you're having questions, please fire them, and I'll try to answer as best as I can. Maybe we could have a park in the middle of the... like here. That's a good place to have a park. To break off the buildings. There should be some mid-size buildings. Or, I mean, these are mostly mid-sized, but there's... like this, just slightly under the elevated metro. I mean, I guess I could raise the nodes up, but that would look funny. Like this, you see? That's funny. Yeah. Okay, let's go on. Maybe we could use... no, this is too tall, I think. These ones are good. They're good, nice. We're going to use these ones. Whoa. That one's for later. This one. I mean, it's a basic concrete block, but we're not going to use that now. It's kind of an art deco mixed with 60s modern aesthetics. Fun. Oh, this one's really good. Japanese apartment. How's this look? Not now. Okay, let's place this more here. And then we're going to rotate this one. Like this. I should have the surface painter, but I think that's also one of the mods that's kind of acting up funny. So I'm not going to use those right now. Commercial parking lot. How does this? That's a risky. That's risky. Those parking spaces over there. Now the demand has gone slightly down, or the office one has gone up. Maybe we should leave this area just now, and then next time I'm streaming I could have downloaded more assets in the meantime. Yeah, I think we'll do it like that. And then offices, because I have like a fair amount of offices to choose between. And we need to kind of fill this place. I think this place is a good place for offices. Around, like, yeah, you see here's the kind of utility place with the power from solar panels, and there's the water treatment plant and water pumping station, and here's the trash sorting facility. Where's the garbage? That's garbage and industry. Okay, that's an interesting tabbing. Offices. Let's use this as a template for the kind of offices with few floors. I mean, this is the community center, but we are not giving a damn right now. What's this? It's a Department of Motorway Vehicles. Yeah, nice. Japanese post office. Oh, that's a big one. I think we will put that over there, and then there will be a parking lot over here. Two commercial ones maybe, like that. Let's try another one. Football parking lot. This one's too broad. This one's also too broad, but it's by 1 unit. This one's too narrow. I think maybe we could use this one if we Is it like this? No, okay. It's going to be hard to park here. Let's just try this. Yeah, sure. But we're going to place it over here. No, we can't, because then we're getting the road connection notification. So we're going to leave it there, and we're going to fill this place with trees, forest brush. It's kind of a lazy solution, but it works for now. And then, just so you know it, the dangerous tracks are fenced, so there won't be people coming here crossing. Actually, that might be a good idea. If people crossing, then we could use this one, the Hong Kong pedestrian over crossing. Maybe 9 meters altitude, like this, and it's going straight 4 units, and 9 meters on 4 units. Is that? That's pretty steep if you're using a wheelchair, I think. So let's try it on 8 units. Yeah, that should be feasible. 8 units. But then we're going to use 8 units here. I think we will do it this way. 3 units down, 1 unit. No, it's not gridded. How are we going to do this? Because that's 2 units and I want 1 unit. And we'll have to turn off snapping. Actually, let's do snap to angle. Like, no. Snap to road guidelines. Road length. Not great, because then what if you don't snap to anything? Like this. Ooh, 90 degrees, that's good. Damn the grid or angle. Road guidelines. Then we get here, and then I think there was. How steep is it? Is that? That's about the same steepness, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. But now we are going. I mean, is there a place for 1 unit here, going to 6 meters, and then we'll do it like, no, that's an ugly binding piece. I don't want it to look like that. Yeah. Oh, we will have to make it that much actually, and that's going to not good, not good. Let's delete this. Then we do this and this and this Now there's 2 meters on 3 units. I do it like this, and then there's 2 meters on 3 units, and then 6, 9, 3, and 0. That should be the same. 3 quick mats. Okay, nice. Then we need to finish the path going onto the office space here and back to the road over there. Nice. Let's can we make it more obvious? I was going to say, not like that. Coastal. No, let's keep it like this for the moment. Then we should probably add some bushes here as well. Just spawn them at kind of wild. As well as with this. No, that's one actually too big. Now it's looking like something. Again, if you want to write something, please do. You can write on anything on Twitch, YouTube and dlive.tv. Here, I'll show you. It's test number 4. I don't know why YouTube is kind of slow, but you see now first Twitch test 4 and then dlive test 4 and there's YouTube. So if you want the least delay, please write something on Twitch or dlive, and but please use YouTube if you want as well. To few services, one overeducated worker. I mean, do these highways need to go all the way over there? Yeah, they do. Is there no bus lines from here over there? No? Okay. Then we're going to make one. And it's going from here, 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 and there, and there. Then the bus takes the route around this block and it stops on the other side of the road, like this. Nice. Offices. Offices. I feel like these big offices have their place next to the 4-lane road. These massive ones like this. And these. Here's one that is good to use as sort of a placeholder, I guess. Also, it's kind of mid-sized, so that's good. And then the Tokumura Tamurakoma office fits right in between here. The one office building. Can it fit in here? Yes, it can. Then there's the Icebox Industries, which I think we're going to place here. Well, let's put it here. 800 superior. Let's wait. Modernist office 6 times 4. Let's wait with that one as well. Then there's the Pan Pacific Insurance with the style that doesn't really fit in anywhere in this theme. It looks too futuristic. Post Oak Boulevard. Man. Clearly belongs. And there's the Elstree building. Which we will find a home for somewhere along the lines. Is this the one time I'm actually going to use the big office building like this? Yeah, I think so. Then there's the PwC Tower in Madrid. This one's a big one. Let's wait with that one as well. Then there's the Crystal Tower. Let's wait. Tokyo Opera City Tower. Let's wait. Shinjuku Mitsui. Shinjuku Center Building. Shinjuku Sumitomo. Maybe we could place this one in the highway. I feel like most of these buildings are too close. Like there's the roads between them are too narrow. It should be like six lane roads. Like this. So six lane roads between the diagonal buildings to open up the space, kind of. And there's the Miyagi Motors main office. Do I have the Miyagi office buildings? Industrial buildings, I mean? No, actually I do not. Interesting. Miyagi. Then there's the Department of Motor Vehicles and Ameritech. Okay, we're going over here again. Mustard Inc. Incorporated. The Aeon Center. That's I think that's the tallest building yet. Then there's the Aeon Center Los Angeles. There's the Sumpo. This one just says office. But it's clearly Japanese. It's a Japanese office. Might fit well in here actually, at the corner. There's the Chiyodome. Chiyodeme City Center is a high-rise office building in Tokyo, Higashi Shinbashi, Minato-ku Chome. And Shinjuku Sumitomo Building, Rico. Perth Citibank. That's kind of the height I was looking for over here. Maybe this fits well in here actually. Yeah. And there's a wavy B. B for building, of course. Too big, too small. Size does matter after all. Here's one of the box offices. I should be able to place these like here. Let's place this one here. Was there a taller one? This is a one level taller and the same length. So we're going to use this one. And let's just rotate this like this, place it here, and then provide some water pipes. And turn on the snap. I think I'm having the anarchy mode on. There we go. Also we need some services because they are complaining about that. Of course, they don't have fire services. That's kind of essential when you're running a big company, I guess. Can we place a fire service between here? Yeah, but it looks kind of out of place, so we're going to move it over here. Actually, you know what, let's place one of the bigger stations over here, maybe. This one's good. It fills out the space quite nicely, like this. And it's on a good place where it has good reach. And then the police force. I actually think there's like this big building here we can use. Dirksen United States Courthouse. Looks like this. That's one to be placed. Here. Yeah, sure, why not? And then maybe there's place. Oh! Oh. What's happened? Tails the Wolf F23. Need help running 9/11 mods and assets on my game. Also, Tails the Wolf 23 has followed on Twitch. Thank you, Tails the Wolf. What do you need? How do you need help? And what is 1911 mods? Is it? I take it you're not actually running almost 2000 mods at the same time. What's 1911 mods and assets? Is it like a time period? Old New York style buildings? Because if that's the case, there shouldn't be more than... Yeah, if you run 2000 mods at the same time, most likely they are conflicting with each others. You should not run that many mods. Then your game will crash, because it's basically like a robot who's overloaded and doesn't know what to do. You should, if you're really subscribing to that many mods, you should just install the game over, actually, because your save games are most likely corrupt. And then read the description before you're installing mods. Just so we know, in City Skylines there's a difference between mods and assets. Assets are, for example, buildings. Here, I'll show you. I'll save the city first. Save game. Save, yes. Quit to main menu, and I hope Streamlabs is able to show this. Yes, we will just have to wait for the loading, because I also have like maybe 20 mods running, and I think maybe 2000 assets. Oh, my game crashed. I'll have to start it again. Thank you so much for the following on Twitch. I think you're my first one actually. There is one other account, but I think that's a spam account. Okay, we are running the game again. Loading. Yeah, so this is the main menu. Yours might look a little bit different. It differs from the DLCs that is installed. These are mine DLCs: After Dark, Snowfall, Match Day, Natural Disasters, Relaxation Station, Pearls from the East DLC, Mass Transit, Rock City, Park Life, and Industries. Most likely this isn't going to affect which mods you can and can't install, because most mods and assets doesn't need those expansions. They only use the base game. If they are needed, it will say so on the Steam page. Okay, so first, to differ between mods and assets, I'll show you in the Content Manager. Here you will get an overview of all the things you can download from the Steam Workshop. And we will start with mods. These are let's say small little programs inside a game which might alter the original mechanics. So say that if you have a camera positions utility and another camera positions utility mod, they will conflict with each other, and a possible outcome of that will be that you cannot remove or move your camera around, that you cannot orbit around a certain object in the game or something like that. And these have a very high probability of conflicting with each other if they are doing more or less the same thing. So you should be not running a lot of these, because most likely they will fight. Like, they're a small program that fights, no, I want to do this, no, I want to do it, and then they won't do it at all. It being whatever the mod says to do. Let's say yeah, here's a good example. You see this? Random train trailers and cargo hold fix, they might possibly fight between them, of which one should do what the mod is supposed to do. There is something in the game called flag mechanics. Yeah, I don't know if you're still following or if this just sounds like blabbering nonsense. Stream is lagging due to me installing my game. Yeah, that might be. I think you know what, I will post a link to a certain very well-known City Skylines player called Strict Toaster. I think he has a guide on how to download mods. Let's check. Getting started with mods when mods does work. Okay, I'm going to send you 2 links. This one and this one. You can check for these videos on YouTube. Hopefully you can just click the link in either YouTube, Twitch, or DLive webpage, and then it takes you to YouTube, and then you watch the video. And just the most important thing to remember is to read the descriptions. You don't need to do it for assets such as buildings, vehicles, but you need to read. You need to have the ability to read if you are downloading mods. You will see on the right hand side of the Steam program that City Skylines differs between mods and assets. You can safely download assets such as buildings, and your game will work just fine. But if you download mods without having read the description, and you possibly have downloaded 2 mods that conflict with each other, you most likely will mess up the game, and the game that you have played might not be playable anymore because the game file is corrupt because the 2 mods was fighting between each others or conflicting. So yeah. But I can show you some examples of mods. First one here is advanced stop selection. Usually there's a little description of what each mod does in the content manager window. So you can see that the advanced stop selection allows to explicitly specify platform when pressing shift, and it's by Bloody Penguin. Another mod by Bloody Penguin is American Traffic Lights, which replaces traffic lights with more American looking versions. Also Clyde's Electric Roads. This mod turns all roads electric conductive. Yeah, oh, this one is super important. This one, you if you want to download one mod, it should be this. loading screen mod by Thale5. So what this does is it makes the loading screen better optimized. It takes, for example, it takes textures that look a lot like each other and put it in one bin so that the assets and possibly mods that you have a lot less performance needed for the game to be played. So that's if you definitely want that one, the loading screen mod. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think we're going to continue the game. Maybe for half an hour, and then I'm going to end the stream. So this is how the loading screen mod looks. If you have played a game, the loading screen at yours probably look like something else, but this is how the loading screen looks on Cities Skylines after you have installed the loading screen mod. You can see here that first it loads the game, the main game, that is Cities Skylines, not Cities Skylines After Dark or anything like that. Then it loads like potential DLCs such as After Dark and Mass Transit, and different prefabs. I don't know which one of these is which one DLC, but that's not important. Here you can see that it has found a duplicate. So what it does when it finds duplicate is, of course, unduplicating them. So then your games isn't that as bloated as it could have been without this mod. Also, if you don't subscribe to every dependency on certain assets, it's going to say missing. But that's kind of up to you if you want to subscribe to every item that a asset says that it needs. I do not. So that's why certain buildings might not look like they do in the pictures. Like here, if I didn't download all the props, the blue mattresses would probably not have been here, because that's a custom prop. So yeah, I hope some of that was somewhat comprehensible. I'm sure you can figure it out. Just remember not to install everything cool at once. Try download some things, maybe 3-4 mods at the same time, then loading it in the game, then saving, and then subscribe to some new mods afterwards. But when it comes to assets, most likely you won't need to read it, just click subscribe. with the then potential outcome that you won't have all the props that is needed for a certain building. Like take this for example. Maybe you don't want to download these hedges, then the hedges won't show up, and then maybe you don't download the hedges because you want to use fences instead, like this, and placing them around instead of hedges. That's your choice. Like this, you know, and then imagine there's no hedge. That's your choice. So yeah. But again, thank you so much for following on Twitch. That's very thanks. Yeah, okay. We will continue. I said I'm streaming for half an hour more, because then I have to cook dinner for mom when she's going home back from work. She's a home nurse, and my dad is half an oil. He works for Hydro, and he also is a sheep farmer. And I'm streaming. Currently I'm a so-called NEET, but I do have my bachelor's degree just finished right now. And the prospect for the autumn is finding a job. Hopefully a part-time job, and not a freelancer job. Yeah, because I what do you call it? Not majored in, but I have a bachelor's degree in media and television and media production. So I'm hoping to get to use that. But I'm not going to be able to right now because I live in no man's land, so to speak. It's on an island in Norway, and look at the residential high demand for residential zone. Ugh, I don't know what's up with the J sounds. G, J, G, J. Okay. Residential. Let's check. We need like big buildings now. Here's like the neighborhood, low residential neighborhood, and here's the high ones, kind of. This is really dense. You can see I have used with this mod. What's this called? I think it's called Move It. That's a good mod. Move It mod. Then you can grab certain objects, like say this building, and place it exactly where you want. There's no grid. You can place it right in the middle of the field if you want to, but then after some time it might despawn if it doesn't have road access and such. So you better place the buildings nearby roads, And if you want to use the invisible grid, hold down the Alt button, then you will be able to place the buildings using the grid near the roads. That's a very useful mod. You can also use this, the marquee selection. Then you can simply marquee a certain area like this. Then you hold down Ctrl and C, just like in a word processor. Then you have copied an entire district like this. Whoop. So that one is very useful. But you cannot use the regret button, Ctrl C, if you don't have the selection active. Now I could do it because you saw the selections were active because of the glowing blue and green edges. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I thought the chat were going to fade out if it stayed on there for so and so long. Did I? Oh, new message. Sorry, I'm running one monitor, so I don't see the messages as fast as I should. And I think RAM is another thing as well when using that many mods. My desktop is 65 gigs of RAM, and my laptop is about 16 gigs of RAM, and it crashes when it goes over. Yeah. That's definitely one thing to think of. You basically just do not use your laptop for City Skylines because it's a very demanding game to run, especially when you're building more and more. It's exponentially more demanding, especially when it comes to population. So just use your desktop. And I think it's not 65 gigs of RAM, but 64. Me myself am running 32 gigabytes of RAM. I am thinking about putting in 265 gigs. I think you mean 256 gigs of RAM in my desktop soon. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're going to use that RAM for, but I think maybe it's an overkill if it's just for City Skylines. But maybe you are using some Adobe programs as well, such as After Effects and Premiere next to each other. Then that would make more sense, I think. Okay. I have Photoshop at the moment and Sony Vegas Pro. Yeah, that's what I thought. That might then that RAM might come in handy. Especially if you're using a lot of extensions and stuff like that. Motion Bro and Mr. Horse, such things. About that, let's change the scene. Plus, I'm thinking of getting the most latest Intel CPU with a custom water cooling system. Wow, that's cutting edge. Are you sure it makes sense for you to buy the latest and newest? Because sometimes it might be the best option to wait a little bit. Wait until the what do you call it, the factory faults and such is taken care of, like to make others be beta testers for you, so you don't need to be irritated over that hardware doesn't work. Always have the best of the best. Yeah, that's kind of the dream situation. Custom water cooling. That's have you done that before? Isn't that like risky? I have a closed water cooler. It does the job. I think it's on a Corsair H80. I think the specs should say in the description below. So what do you use Photoshop for? Are you a freelancer or something? That building is too big to be here. Maybe we should do some row houses like this. That's that one, that's that one. I don't want the dirt path to be there. But then again, it doesn't have the surface painter right now. So that might actually be best option. Okay, like this, then we mark them, Control C, then we hold down the Alt key, and here's something happening because I guess the grid from this road ends here, because you know the road gives out 4 units of grid and then it quits. So what's the thing I'm doing? We're deleting those. And then we are going to copy those and bolt them into their self, so to speak. Then we deselect, then we reselect, and hopefully if we're alting this right. No, okay. I mean, this doesn't really look right either. But if we rotate each house like this, and alt, 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 alt. No, did not, but I learned from Linus Tech Tips, etc, etc, and I use Photoshop to make pictures and thumbnails and stuff for my channel. Going to attempt to play the game. Yeah, nice. That's good. Photoshop is really good for, well, image manipulation and creating thumbnails. I guess that's why it's so widely used. Yeah, go try play the game. It's fantastic. Just remember the mods. Read the descriptions in the Steam Workshop. Then you know which. Then you will know which mods are most likely to bring problems. Mods might be finicky to get right. Yeah. But assets, go ahead, download whatever you want. And if the assets might seem like they are missing something, it might be because the assets have dependencies, which is another asset that the asset is dependent upon to make it appear right. So then you know that. I hope you get no troubles. And if you do, please watch the 2 videos I linked to. They might save you a lot of trouble. Also, if you don't feel like you are good at the game, do not worry. It takes hours. I have, me myself, I have about 800 hours in the game, which is quite a lot. And yeah, you see how it looks. Remember to use lots of greens in areas where it looks kind of undone, and just in general have fun. Personally, I like the sandbox mode, but if you want, you should use parking lot roads. Yeah, sure. You think where? Like here in the. These are parking lot roads. Roads with parking, or are you thinking specifically of the? Ah, there should be like a parking lot road somewhere that is actually called parking lot road, but I don't think I have it here right now. But yeah. Yeah, it would definitely help with parking. I think there's this depends if I downloaded it or not. But there should be, yeah, this one. Parking lot garage. Also there's these. Parking lot, like here. Then you can place these here. If you have a, I think it's prop anarchy mod, then you can place it like this. So that's nice, that's nice. I use it for theme parks, etc. Yeah, nice. That's good, that's good. It's a really good mod and asset. These are kind of both at the same time. It's funny. Then there's like this poorly maintained parking. So, yeah, funny. I should use this somehow. But I feel like this parking garage is too big for these apartment complexes. So right now I'm going to stick to these parking spaces. But I might actually consider that was a good proposal, using these parking lots. I'm definitely going to find a way to do that and make it look very good. Thank you for that. That was a good idea. Now we have like parking spaces along this road and also parking spaces over here. I need to remove these buildings as well. I even use them for US style of shopping marts, etc. Yeah. These are really good for US style shopping marts and shopping centers, malls. They look, it basically looks like the real deal, actually. They are definitely very good assets. I think here I'm going to use the underground parking. Where is it? This one. The spiral underground parking left. Oh, it's kind of big. Kind of big asset. Let's try placing it here. What is going on with this road? I think this is not supposed to be placed right there, but more likely like this, I guess. And then this with the bridge mode. Sorry if you hear the notifications very loud. On my phone is right next to me, so that's why you're probably hearing it. Okay, let's try to kind of hide away this. Why did it do it like this? I don't want this. I mean, it looks good here. It looks good, though. It just, I don't get this connection here, but it's probably needed. Is there anything we can place here instead? 4x4, 5x4. Hopefully there is something. Too big. Oh, this small one was almost good. They're off by 1 unit. This one's also off by 1 unit, but it's the other way. Charge. garage, parking lot, parking lot, parking lot, another park, football field, industrial, area, tunnel entrance. Skate park, equestrian center. I need a special zoning for this, I think. No, oh, okay. Maybe we can use these tiles around here. Yeah, they are terrain conforming. What's this? It's park maintenance building. And not right there. Here's some props, but we're not going to use those. You know what, we'll take care of it later. This place as well. But you can see it's cool. It's cool that it is actually working. You can see the cars going down here. That's nice. Yeah. I see there's still 2 Twitch viewers. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you for watching my stream. Please feel free to write anything in the chat. You can write at Twitch, at YouTube, and at dlive.tv. Doesn't matter where. You will see it in the chat. Anyway, I'm streaming to like 3 places at the same time, so that's cool. That's cool. But I am using only one screen, so I might not get to see your chat messages at once. It might take some time before I see them, because I'm alt-tabbing between the windows. So yeah. Where were we? There's a lot of passengers coming out from the metro now. You can see all these people going everywhere. Yeah, please, if you have any ideas for how to develop this city further, please do. Please write it in the chat, and I will see it in not too long a time. I mean, I need more residential. Also, I'm ending the stream pretty soon. Oh, now actually I had to quit now. Sorry, I didn't. I lost track of the time. I have to end the stream now because I'm going to have to make food. Oh, another follower. Hold on. Let me check the dashboard. Update. And Fayar Karim. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Fayar Karim has followed. Thank you for the following, Mr. or Miss Fayar. please write if you want. It's kind of a shame because I was just going to end the stream because I have to make food for my parents. They are soon coming home from work. Mom is a traveling nurse, so she works kind of weird with the times. It's not an 8 to 4 job. And Dad is both kind of an oil platform worker and also a sheep farmer, so it's not 8 to 4 jobs. So yeah, I have to go now, but I'm very thankful for you following this channel. Thank you so much, and I hope I will stream soon again. Yeah, so thank you guys so much. It has been a blast.